National Assembly Speaker Nosiviwe Mapisa-Nqakula is now expected to announce whether Professor Richard Calland will stay as part of the Phala Phala panel for Parliament or not. That's after both the EFF and the DA raised concerns about Calland's position on the panel, which is due to investigate whether Parliament should institute impeachment proceedings against President Cyril Ramaphosa over the Phala Phala scandal. The three-member panel will investigate the President's role in the alleged theft of US currency from his farm back in 2020. While Ramaphosa has refused to answer questions about the issue, he is expected back in Parliament at the end of September to answer questions about the matter. Well, our parliamentary reporter, Athi Mtongana, is joining us live and in person in our studio. Athi, good afternoon. It's nice to see you in person.
Good afternoon, Stephen. Great to be here.
I hope you're adjusting well to the altitude.
I am.
So, Nosiviwe Mapisa-Nqakula, she's now conducting this. Why is she doing it? Who did you get letters from?
So, you would recall that the Speaker then decided upon so many requests from opposition parties in Parliament to get Parliament to actually deal with this complaint that was raised by the African Transformation Movement. You recall the Section 89 motion. And she decided through the rules of Parliament to then look into it through an independent panel. And so she gave political parties an opportunity to nominate whoever they feel would be best suited to look into this particular motion by the ATM. They then gave her several people, including former Chief Justice Mogoeng. Many former justices were actually put out by different political parties, but subsequently she then chose three candidates to look into this motion. Justice Sandile Ngcobo, you would recall that he's one that's also been put by the Speaker, and Thokozile Masipa is also one of the people that she's also selected to be part of this panel. However, now political parties have expressed concern about the third candidate, and that's Professor Richard Calland. And so the DA and the EFF wrote to the Speaker to say this particular individual is one that we're raising concern about. You would note that a lot of people obviously expressed concern, also citing some of the opinions that he's placed around President Cyril Ramaphosa, saying that he's biased. And so what she's done now is to refer this to Parliament's legal services.
So she's actually said what she's actually doing.
Yes, she said what she's doing. She does not want to make the decision upon herself. What she's doing, she's actually saying that Parliament's legal services needs to give her an opinion on how to move forward with particularly Richard Calland.
This is what the Speaker's been saying today.
I received a letter which expresses discomfort about the appointment of Professor Calland. And subsequently to that, I received a letter also from the Democratic Alliance raising the same matter. So at this point, we are sitting with two parties who are uncomfortable with the appointment of Professor Calland. But then I also received, sometime during the weekend, a letter on Monday from Good Party, who are the ones who had nominated Professor Calland, who were motivating for Professor Calland's continued serving on the panel. And I've considered the letters from the two, the objections from the DA and the EFF.
Frankly, Athi, this process could possibly go on longer than the Busisiwe Mkhwebane impeachment inquiry. It's going to take a little while. What is the National Assembly Speaker going to base a decision about Calland on?
It's going to take a while, also looking at how it has actually started. They were supposed to start with their work last week, but because of these concerns that were raised by these two political parties, it has then seen the Speaker refer this to Parliament's legal services, where she has received the response, she has received the legal opinion, it's on her desk, and so by the end of the business day tomorrow, she's expected to make a pronouncement on whether to keep Richard Calland or not. But it's interesting because she does have a list of people to look at because political parties did bring some credible individuals from the judiciary to be part of this panel, and so she'll be revisiting that list. And it's interesting that some of the people that were actually put on the list by political parties, some of them were actually saying that they're not available for the job. But interestingly, the 3 people that she subsequently chose are those individuals that she wants to be part of this panel. But Richard Calland, I do not think that he would probably be likely to be looking at the Section 89 motion with the other justices.
Athi Mtongana, thank you very much indeed. Nice to see you in Joburg. Hope you acclimatized very nicely. Athi Mtongana, of course, our reporter in Cape Town, spends a lot of time in the parliamentary precinct.